In this video, we'll explore B-pillar displacement options for high-strength steel vehicles with structurally complex connection points between the B-pillar and the rocker, such as this 2023 Volkswagen Atlas. Hey, I'm Tom.
And I'm Deanna. Let's get started.
We will isolate the B-pillar and a section of the rocker panel by making 3 cuts and then folding this isolated section away from the vehicle. This isolates part of the structural hoop, allowing safer and more controlled patient access. The lower B-pillar and rocker are the strongest parts of the safety cage. They prevent side impact intrusion and serve as the foundation for the vehicle's structural hoop. The driver and passenger hoop structures are connected by the roof pan and floor pan. Across modern vehicles, the lower B-pillar and its integration into the rocker are too wide for most cutters to sever in a single bite. One method is to deform the B-pillar by flattening the weld seam. This reduces cutter swing. All cutters naturally try to swing their bodies parallel to the long dimension of the material being cut. By changing the B-pillar's profile, the longer dimension becomes perpendicular to the vehicle, reducing unwanted swing. Open the cutter fully and place it so the blades approach the post perpendicular to the vehicle, especially where the B-pillar curves into the roofline. This reduces the amount of material captured in the cut. Insert the cutter at 90 degrees to the vehicle's side, sitting in the notch created by the profile change. Keep the cutter's tail perpendicular to the vehicle to minimize swing. On late model vehicles, cutting high-strength steel often results in 3 noticeable behaviors. 1. Erratic jumping toward the vehicle as the blade skips along the sides of the steel, trying to pull the material toward the cutter's center bolt. Mild steel usually cuts smoothly. 2. Sparks at the blade contact point as it moves through the post. 3. A loud, high-pitched creaking just before the post fractures. Complete the cut, ensuring the cutter has cleared all material. Make a second cut a few inches below the first, using the same technique. This sections the top of the B-pillar and creates room to insert a spreader between the roof rail and the severed post for the takedown. As an option to control movement in high-strength steel, the spreader can be used to manage released energy. Clamp a spreader onto the sectioned material before starting the second cut. This allows the technician to restrain the section when the cut is released. As the cutter moves through the post, the spreader operator must anticipate and control the release of the B-pillar section. On high-strength steel vehicles, this piece may release with significant force. Keep the spreader clear of the cutter's path while maintaining control of the sectioned piece. With the top of the B-pillar sectioned, move to the rocker cuts. The goal is to isolate the hoop section into an inverted T shape by making 2 blind cuts in the rocker. 1 cut between the A-pillar and B-pillar. 1 cut between the B-pillar and the rear wheel arch. Remove molding and sill covers. Pull back the carpet to look for wires or hazards. Place the cutter at a 45-degree angle to the horizontal plane. Ensure the cutter is square to the rocker, then begin the cut. As the blades progress until they penetrate the floor pan, watch for tool roll. Early tip loading can make the initial movement unstable. Repeat the same technique at the second rocker location. Use the same precautions, maintaining control and minimizing tool roll. Now the section of the hoop is fully isolated in an inverted T configuration. Begin the takedown by placing the spreader between the top of the sectioned B-pillar and the roof rail. It can help to angle the tool tail upward to ensure the lower arm moves outward as the tool opens. Monitor tool tip engagement throughout the motion as the contact patch changes. Open the spreader only as far as needed to insert a ram between the B-pillar and the roof rail. Insert the ram with the base plate engaging the B-pillar and the ram piston engaging the roof rail. Open the ram slowly until the ram fully supports the load. Once the ram is taking the load, remove the spreader and continue the takedown. Extend the ram fully, or until the required movement is achieved. Remove the ram slowly, as you may experience springback from the B-pillar. Cover all sharp edges and prepare for patient removal.
So guys, consider this B-pillar takedown as another option for your toolbox when you encounter a high-strength steel vehicle. Try this next time you're in the junkyard.
Thanks for watching. Follow Hurst for more.